This is the Uncommon Mama podcast, where we explore the raw, beautiful truth of raising extraordinary children while refusing to disappear. I'm Cheniece Patrick, and each episode, we're having honest conversations about identity, joy, and finding ourselves in the space between therapy appointments and midnight worries. For every mother who's ever felt lost in the shadows of caregiving, this is your reminder. You're still here. You still matter, and you're not alone. Let's dive in. So this is our very first audio diary together. I'm actually sitting in my husband's office right now. It's the only quiet space that I could find today in the house at this time. And I really wanted to connect with you. It's been one of those weeks so far, and the week is nearly over. My daughter had 3 meltdowns before 9 a.m. this morning. She's a little ill. Her and my son are both under the weather. My son refused to wear his socks, and it's cold outside. It's colder inside the house as well, and so that's frustrating. My daughter has services tomorrow with the local special needs program at the local elementary school, but she's sick. And honestly, it's not a battle I'm going to choose to fight. I'm just going to let her sit home with me tomorrow. I'm still wearing yesterday's ponytail. My hair kind of keeps its shape whenever it's done, and it's not redone. It kind of holds its shape until the next time you intentionally style it, which is a good and a bad thing on different days, different meanings. I know that there is salad dressing on my shirt somewhere, ranch dressing, and I've been so focused on everybody else's appointments and well-being that I've completely forgot to follow up about my own dental appointments that I need to get scheduled in. It's almost an emergency level. Classic, right? But here's what I want to share with you today. What's been swirling in my mind as I'm finding a moment right now at the end of the day to connect with you. Before my children's diagnoses, I had this vision of motherhood. We all do, I think. Mine involved, I know, leisurely trips to the library, art projects, going to the museum together. I don't know, somehow maintaining my own interests and identity along the way is what I envisioned. Instead, what I got was IEP meetings, specialists waiting rooms, and this particular kind of exhaustion that comes from advocating. And I mean, really advocating for your children every single day in a world that was not built for them or built for me. Their diagnoses is also how I was able to self-diagnose myself as also being neurodivergent, which makes complete sense now that I think back over my own young life and me feeling severely out of place and like this world was not built for me. Last night, I know after both kids were finally asleep, their bedtime's around 8 p.m. Mine is too. But after they were both good and asleep, I found myself standing in front of our bathroom mirror looking at my reflection and wondering, who is this woman? Where does she go to? The one I'm talking about, the one who used to write poetry, write very well, actually, and dream about traveling and all these other sorts of things. And I stood there for a long time just looking. And I did that until I saw something flicker behind my eyes, like a small flame that's still somehow burning. That's what this whole journey, this whole project, this newsletter, this community, these audio diaries is about. It's about finding that flame again and stoking it, tending to it, not letting it go completely out, even on the hardest, darkest days. Because here's what I'm learning. I'm learning that I can love my children fiercely. I can advocate for them relentlessly. But I still need something here that's just mine. Just for me. I can grieve the motherhood I thought I'd have and never will have while still embracing the one that I have been given instead. I can feel broken and whole at the same time, in the very same moment, and so can you. I don't have all the answers. As I say, some days I barely have any, but I am committed to exploring these sorts of questions with honesty and vulnerability, because I believe there is immense power in mothers like me, like us, finding each other, and knowing that we're not alone in this sort of these complex emotions that we're feeling. Okay, I hear one of my kids in the living room with my husband giving him a hard time. Um, but before I go, though, and handle that, I want you to know something. Whatever it is that you're feeling right now, overwhelm, guilt, grief, like I say, those unexpected moments of joy that we celebrate, it is all valid. Your feelings are always all valid. You're allowed to want more. You're allowed to miss who you once were before motherhood. And you're allowed to find your way back to yourself. Just like I'm attempting to do with this project with Uncommon Mama, even if the path there looks different than anything you had ever imagined. And with that being said, I think I'm going to close out this first introductory audio diary, and I can't wait to connect with you all here again for next time, and to see this thing through and to see what it develops into. I'm excited. I know I am, and I hope you are too. Thank you for sharing this space with me today. If something resonated, I'd love to hear from you in our community at uncommonmama.com. Remember, your dreams didn't end when your caregiving journey began. You're allowed to take up space, feel everything, and find your way back to yourself, one honest moment at a time. Until next time, this is Cheniece Patrick, reminding you that you're still in there, beneath all the layers of motherhood. If you'd like to support this show and join our community, visit uncommonmama.com.